Welcome back to another episode of Rounds of the Knight's Table. I'm Jim.
I'm Eric.
And today we're going to talk about Mission Impossible Fallout. This film's directed by Christopher McQuarrie. It is the sixth installment of the MI franchise. It stars Henry Cavill, Simon Pegg, Ving Rhames, Rebecca Ferguson, Angela Bassett, Alec Baldwin, Sean Harris as Solomon Lane, and Tom Cruise as the immortal Ethan Hunt. Ethan Hunt and some of the IMF team are back. This time they're forced to join up with the CIA by Angela Bassett and August Walker, played by Henry Cavill, to prevent a nuclear disaster. A terrorist organization, the Apostles, and an arms dealer named Henry Cavill, John Lark, plan to use 1, 2, 3 plutonium cores on the Vatican, Jerusalem, and Mecca, where no doubt that our leaders will do nothing but send our thoughts and prayers if the plan goes through. Everything seems contained until weapons go missing, in which Ethan and his crew are in a race against the clock to prevent the weapons from falling into a bad man's hands. This message will self-destruct. Let's talk about the good.
It had some really good action. The fight scenes were very well choreographed. That Tom Cruise and Henry Cavill had a good chemistry together in those fight scenes.
I thought there was some heart-pounding action, even though they showed too much in the trailers, in my opinion. Including that log truck that he didn't fly into in the movie because it didn't happen. There were still parts, like when he falls off the helicopter, that put my stomach in knots. You knew Henry Cavill was going to be the bad guy.
They made that pretty clear early on.
Yes. And I thought the reverse twist where they fooled him with Alec Baldwin and Simon Pegg finally getting to wear his mask, I thought that was a pretty cool little twist. Alec Baldwin I thought was really good. He had some good moments, like a good secondary character like he was in The Departed. The twist with Ethan Hunt's wife.
That was really well planned. Makes you wonder, how did they find her?
That this guy who's so hell-bent on everything else, destruction and the balance of everything, is willing to plant 2 nuclear bombs.
So close to each other.
So close to each other to fuck with Ethan Hunt.
Well,
I've got one more good. One more good for me. Ahead. Solomon Lane's beard made him look that much more crazy. Much more crazy than that black turtleneck he had in the last one.
He was a decent villain. It kind of reminds you of SWAT in a way.
Let's talk about the bed. Let's break this bitch down. I thought it was a little predictable.
Yeah.
A little long. Dragged early on,
Like that last 15 minutes for the timer, it really dragged.
For me, I could have used a little more Solomon Lane because I thought Henry Cavill, I wasn't buying it.
In some places, he was kind of underused. His character didn't have any depth, really.
But that's it. And it never got to that point where I was like, oh.
You didn't have any emotion for it or anything.
The greatest villains come from being one step ahead, putting the hero on edge.
Well, that's where Solomon Lane really saved the movie in some spots, was because he was that step ahead.
Some of the other stuff, no female teammates.
Well, I mean, you kind of had, what was her name, Elise?
But she's not a teammate. I mean, there's no IMF agent, as where you've had Paula Patton, you've had, who's not my girlfriend, Thandie Newton. The first Mission Impossible had loads of them. I mean, they all died, but another bad for me was the helicopter hook that magically grabbed the Rock twice. It is Ethan Hunt. It is Mission Impossible.
But that was pretty impossible. I'll get nerdy on you. That hook, when it came loose the first time, should have bounced up. And it should have kept bouncing. And it would have gone down and hit them both in the head. And then that would have been roll credits, and you would have seen a nice little mushroom curl out. And hello, Fallout 76.
See, you said you liked Cruise and Cavill.
Their chemistry together in the fight scenes were nice.
I didn't like their chemistry.
Individually, they're both good actors. Together, I think they were trying to lean on each other too much.
There were no real consequences or major deaths or anything like that.
I mean, other than Alec Baldwin.
Hawkeye got ghosted in this like he did Infinity War.
So, Luther makes the mention, he's only known Ethan to truly care about 2 women in his life. His ex-wife, and then he doesn't say the other one. I just assumed, it's Elise.
I thought that this movie was really good. I didn't get enough Simon Pegg. I can never have enough Simon Pegg. Mission Impossible 3 is probably still my favorite, and again, because of Philip Seymour Hoffman. Solomon Lane being a worthy adversary, and I felt like Henry Cavill was an afterthought. He never felt like that bad motherfucker that wanted to rain down on humanity.
I mean, he wanted humanity to suffer. He wanted to kind of reset the governmental system kind of thing. But you didn't really believe him.
I didn't, because he just rode off in a helicopter. He didn't see the whole thing through. And I felt like that was just an excuse to get them in a helicopter fighting one another, which was a cool scene, but good film, enjoyable film. It's Mission Impossible, so expect some bullshit.
Oh, yeah. I'd scored about probably an 8.3.
Oh, nice. Nice. This was a 7.9 for me. But go check it out. Good movie. Ethan Hunt, he fucking doesn't die. If you haven't seen The Mummy, that's the backstory to this, because that's how he becomes immortal. If you like the video, hit those likes. YouTube, please stop freezing my fucking views. Hit that subscribe. You're gorgeous. I love you. Always have. I got nothing else. I got no clothes. I do have clothes. I'm wearing them, but I've got no clothes out.
Peace out.
Later, bitches. Again, not my favorite action movie of all time. True Lies. 95. James Cameron only does it big.